Hello, my wonderful viewers. Welcome to my platform. This is Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of coming across this channel and you like what you see after watching, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, set it to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to get notified each time I upload a new video, even those without notification. Here we react to all forms of videos, international and local. Every Saturday by 2 p.m. we have our interaction section. You are free to call in to air your opinion about the happenings in our society. Invite your friends, share my videos with your families and colleagues. Do not keep this information to yourself. Myself, I will be sitting down here to watch this video together with you from the beginning to the end. Then we'll go to the comment section and leave our comment, our opinion about the video we watch.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Good morning and welcome to the program. Let me find out from you how you received the news of this gruesome attack at St. Francis Catholic Church in Owo, Ondo State.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm going to answer as a human being, and then I will answer as a Christian. This is just one too many. We have a religious crisis in Nigeria where a certain religion, i.e. the Islamic members, some members of the Muslim religion, Islam, have made up their mind to kill Christians. That is the problem we have in Nigeria. We also have a problem where a section of people have decided to enter Nigeria through the porous borders that has been opened for them on purpose, in my opinion, and come in and do what they like. We have politicians, we have a president, we have governors in the states of the zones that will not own up and step up for their responsibilities. Either the federal government will not allow the states to step up to their responsibilities, and the federal government itself is not going to step up and take responsibility. It's very annoying when you hear, and like the governor of Ondo State said, that these are foreigners that were trained in Libya and have come into the country. Mr. President himself said so at the beginning of his first tenure. The one chief, the army of chief of staff the chief of staff that left before now has also said so. So basically then, we have a government that has failed in capital letters in security, that has failed to accept that there is religious crisis, there is ethnic cleansing, there is genocide going on in Nigeria. We can no longer count the amount of numbers, the people that have been killed in the night in their homes. Now we've moved to it has been taken to the next level, where Sunday is targeted, when people are very likely to be full to the brim in the church, when on the day that Christians believe, the Pentecost Sunday, where the Holy Spirit came down on the disciples of Jesus Christ with the tongue of fire. So basically, therefore, we have to first of all accept the problem and what that problem clearly is. It is no longer enough. As a matter of fact, it's not acceptable for the governors, the president, the vice president, the head of CAN, anybody to continue to say, may the souls of the people departed. They did not depart in peace. So I don't see how we're expecting them to rest in peace. These people are murdered, for God's sake. They are slaughtered. They are blown to cemeteries. And every time somebody flies in Tinubu went and gave them 75 million naira. What is that going to do? Is that going to bring them back? If I were some of the people, I won't take that money. Bring my relatives or my loved ones back. We have to stop this nonsense. And then the president says, definitely we will catch the perpetrators. No, it's not true. The perpetrators, how will you catch them? They're from Mali, according to the government. And they've gone back to Mali, as far as I'm concerned, because that's the nonsense we will hear, that they can't find them. And yet you have the president giving the order to deploy soldiers in Niger Delta, in the southeast, where there are insecurity. And yet in the place where foreigners come in and kill Nigerians, Christians particularly, and you tell me that you can't find them, that they are from Mali, and then tomorrow you bring some people you have picked up that cannot speak for themselves, parade them about, and say that these are the people that committed this crime. This is a well-targeted, a planned and orchestrated attack on the people that were in that church. Yes, it's in Yoruba Kingdom. Yes, it's in Yoruba Nation. But I am almost certain that some of the people, the majority of the people are Yoruba people that died. But other Nigerians that live in that community would have also died if they are Catholics. And so the government has failed, and we must either restructure this country so that we have the powers to protect the life and property will rest 90 or 95% on the government of those states. Or the government, this government should resign. And if government does not want to resign, the people should resign themselves from Nigeria. Nigeria is not a country that Christians are safe in anymore. And hiding this fact and refusing to accept this fact, means that you yourself that is refusing to accept what is going on in Nigeria is saying that it is all right that people should come in and kill Nigeria. And when the victims are identifying the people that have killed them, you see people coming on television and defeating them. I read somewhere that Dr. Gumi said that if the people had not been provoked, and what he means by provoked is the bill, the law that was passed by the southwest states that there should be no roaming around of cattle in their state. So that justifies this slaughter, this animalistic way of living. Who are these people? They're not human beings. Look, if we can't live together, we must live apart. We must.
All right. Ms. Ankyo Briggs, you seem to be giving some kind of religious coloration to what obviously is a crime, and I don't know if it's appropriate to give that kind of impression, considering the fact that we've also had these gun attacks, on mosque as well, even though churches have also had their fair share of these senseless attacks and killings. Just to remind you that sometime in 2020, gunmen attacked a mosque in Zamfara State, killed 5 people, and of course abducted about 18 of the worshippers in that mosque. A year after, in October 2021, if you recall, gunmen also attacked a mosque in Niger State and killed 16 worshippers. So I don't know if it is really fair or appropriate, to begin to start giving religious colorations to these attacks we are witnessing across the country. But beyond that, what do you think is the solution to these seeming endless killings? Do you think
let me address the first question and concern that you raised. And the first thing I want to say is that as someone who reads extensively the news and try to get information, it does not matter to me whether it is mosque or church. What matters, number one, is the fact that these killings are going on. So that puts to rest the suspicion, if you like, that I am just saying it is Christians alone that are being killed. That's not what I'm saying. I do accept that there are attacks that do happen to Muslims as well. But you see, Nigeria is not a country that is able to solve crimes and give you, without a shadow of doubt, the people who are responsible for any act of criminality. But you see, there is act of criminality where armed robbers go and rob a bank and kill people. That's definitely act of criminality, and people have died in that act. There is also the act that, for me, is even worse than act of criminality, which it is, but it is sectionalized, if you like, and it is a way of thinking of some people that there has to be a reason why Christians are being attacked. So with all due disassociating you completely as a station and you as an interviewer from my opinions that I am expressing, and they are my opinions, I stand up to them, I claim them as my opinions because they are based on facts that are collated over a period of time. Yes, Muslims are being attacked, but you cannot measure by number, compare them in any way, shape, or form to the numbers of Christians that are killed and the numbers of Muslims that are killed by these so-called foreign invaders that are trained in Libya, that come all the way from Libya into a state in Nigeria and kill the people in the way and manner in which they had killed them. Now, to your second question, what is the solution? See, we have gone through several processes in Nigeria for so many decades, trying to resolve what I call the Nigerian problem. Nigeria as a nation is a problem. The country created by Lugard in 1914 is a problem for the ethnic nationalities that were in this geographical area when Lugard created Nigeria. When Lugard created Nigeria, it did not go outside of the Nigeria geographical area as a map today and he didn't bring in foreigners to be part of Nigeria. So now, with Nigeria, this is not the first time Nigeria is being invaded by foreigners. The long ago jihad movement of centuries ago, where they came in through the north and conquered and went through to place some of the states that are today called Southwest states. So what is the solution, my brother? We have to make the politicians listen to us, you and I, everybody in Nigeria. The politicians must know what we want. We must tell them, what are those things? If we're not going to restructure Nigeria, and it seems to me that this government has refused to restructure Nigeria, which was one of its primary campaign slogans, that it will restructure Nigeria and that it will keep Nigeria and Nigerians safe. Now that they have failed in all their promises, which includes a very critical issue of security and the right to worship anything or anybody or God Almighty, the living God himself, then we must insist that we should have a referendum. And this referendum should be anchored on the question of what Nigerians want, the ethnic nationalities. Some people will say, oh, why are you talking about ethnicity? Why will I not talk about ethnicity? If you ask me, who am I? I will not tell you, first of all, that I'm a Nigerian. I will tell you that I'm a Joe that happened to be in Nigeria. Because Nigeria is not a country that was built by Nigerians or created by Nigerians. And so when we refuse to address these issues that has torn Nigeria apart, and the government is constantly trying to patch this terrible, terrible crisis that we are in today. Nigeria has never been this divided, and people have never cried out this much for wanting to leave Nigeria. It's not the best solution or the primary solution. at the beginning. But right now, it seems to be the only solution that is left to Nigeria. I, as a Niger person who is in River State, that is in Niger Delta, I tell you that all the people, if not most of the people that I have interacted with and spoken with from the different ethnic nationalities, that did not buy into the idea of self-determination or even secession in Nigeria, are beginning to say to themselves there is just no other way. And the government, which, for instance, the 2023 election, which people are the people who will win the so-called election, who are they coming to govern? The dead people or the living ones? Who are they coming to govern? You cannot solve the issue of insecurity in Nigeria, where people are free to exercise their basic human rights, and you are clamoring to become the president of Nigeria. To do what exactly?
Now, while we wait, or while the issue of restructuring is on the table, Ankyo Briggs, you just said that we would need to have Nigerians stay alive. So we need to also look at solutions that we can begin to adopt now, maybe in the short term. What are some of the things that can be done? You know, there have been reports before now about the fact that these attacks are likely, and we've seen some occur, and many say that if we do not take steps or take actions, some others will still, you know, happen. But for us to begin to probably maybe mitigate or reduce, what should we be doing? Is this situation, do you think our security forces are overwhelmed? Is that what it is? We have this local security network, for example, in Ondo State, which has been doing great work from what we hear. How can it be strengthened? What can we do in the short term to avoid or to mitigate some of these attacks?
In the short time, it is, look, we have national identity card right now. We have NIM right now in Nigeria. I have one, and my whole household have their own. This is key to resolving the issue of insecurity. Now, I want to say that if the 1999 Constitution is not changed, and I'm not talking about amendments, because if we wait extensively for all the Constitution to be amended, we won't move forward. So let us consider this. For one, let us quickly allow the state legislators in every state in Nigeria to pass a law. And when I say allow, I'm saying that the federal government should not interfere, and the state governments must live up to their responsibility and pass certain bills in their states. For instance, the state should be able to have a process where at the borders of these states, whether it is by land or by sea, at the shores of the states that are connected to to a water body, must have, if it is an entry point, the states must be able to have an organization, a committed body that will act as immigration officers of the state, operating within the borders of the state, so that anybody that is coming off a boat, for instance, should be able to show them an identity card. People walking on the streets should be able to have an identity card. You know, people might say, oh, it can't work. Well, if it can't work, what can work? You see, you need to be able to identify people. People cannot continue to come into somebody's state in the name of looking for greener pastures, which they have a right to in Nigeria, if they are identified as Nigerians. Because you see, you also have to identify people that they are really born in Nigeria or born outside of Nigeria, but are Nigerians because one or both of their parents are Nigerians, like someone like me. You know, so when you do this, people are able to identify who they are. You must know what they're doing for a living. Everybody cannot have a job. I accept that. But if they are jobless, they should then be able to, we should have people who have residences. You have to have a residential address where you can be found. Because these are things that Nigeria has never done as a country. And in today's day and age, if we claim that we can vote electronically or that we can collate results electronically, and we say that we cannot identify people electronically, which is a lie, because if you're traveling, you identify it electronically because people, they look at your passport and they can connect it even to Interpol to know who you are. So it's not true to say that these suggestions are laborious. They may be laborious, but they must be done because this is one of the keys to kicking off the identification process. It's not to go to the bank and identify yourself. It's to eliminate yourself when crimes are committed, so that it can be clear that that crime was not committed by you. But to say that people can come in droves into Nigeria is no longer acceptable. That is one. Two, the governors must be allowed to create a body that is part of the security intervention system at local government area, where the local government itself, like for instance, in my local government, I was home at the weekend. In my own local government, there are people in my local government living and doing handiwork and all sorts of things. I don't know who they are. They are not members of my local government. They came into my local government. And my traditional ruler of my local government, the head of my family, Dumo Lulu Briggs is the head of my family. He doesn't know all the people that are living in his compound. The ones that are not from Abonima, we don't know who they are, but they are living in our communities. I mean, why should that offend anybody if we say we want to know who is living in my community in Abonima? Why should it be offensive if people in Kano State want to know the people that are not indigenes of Kano State and they are living and working in Kano State? Why should we not know these people? Let Nigerians stop playing, let politicians, stop playing with the lives of Nigerians. They should stop it. People are getting killed. We are able to talk today because by the grace of God, it's not us and it will not be us. But who will it then be? It's somebody else's mother, somebody else's father, somebody else's husband.
All right, Uncle Briggs.
And yet we're done.
All right, Uncle Briggs, we just have to leave it at that. We hope that the authorities are listening. I picked the point where you said coming in droves into Nigeria should no longer be allowed. We just have to leave it at this. Like I said, I also hope that authorities are listening and taking actions. Many thanks indeed, Niger Delta activist Uncle Briggs, who joined us this morning to look at the issue of what happened in Owo, Ondo State, and also bringing about some solutions that can be taken to mitigate attacks, especially in the future.
All right, many thanks, Uncle Briggs. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.